This is Dutch Brothers Coffee. It's a coffee chain. They serve good, delicious coffee. Pairing it with a nice Maduro cigar. I love cigars. So, I need to stop saying so. I need to stop saying so. Before it used to be, then I weaned myself from that. Now it's so. Gotta stop saying that. But anyway, the misconception when you are in the US doing something in Nigeria, whether you are building a house or you are building a business or establishing some sort of company that you can fall back on later on in life, people generally assume that you're just bringing in a boatload of money, and you are just sitting on this footlocker of just money that you don't know anything, you don't have anything better to do with but to come and build. So as a result, they are gonna come out of the woodwork. My cousin is going through that right now in Akwa Ibom State. He's building a home for himself and his family. He's based out here in the US, in Texas. I like how he's going about it though, in that he hired a builder, and there is zero family involvement in his construction, which is what you want to do. Anytime that you're setting to build, if you think that you're gonna be saving money by hiring your brother or sister or your family member who has zero building experience, they have no skin in the game, and they're all in it for themselves. So if you think that you're gonna be saving money, or you have this sentimental attachment to family, thinking, oh, you have to do right by them. You don't have to do right by nobody but yourself and your family. And the number one decision I made, well, my situation is a little bit different though, because I drew boundaries early on, and I have this philosophy to just not include. I don't even include family back home in what I do on a normal basis, let alone business. So for me, my decision is unique to me. If I want to do anything back home, I hire a professional, plain and simple. There's no family oversight, no family supervision, no family nothing. And I get results that way. The moment you start including friends and family and things like that, they're gonna look at you as an ATM. That's really all you are, an ATM. They're gonna try and squeeze as much as you can. I remember someone telling me one time that Nigerians look at situations like that as an opportunity that they will never see again. So if you were to take a project to Nigeria and you give it to your brother to supervise the project or a family member to manage the project, They see it as a once in a lifetime opportunity. They will never see this kind of opportunity again. And that is why you see a lot of the stories that we are all too familiar with people, family members taking the money and building their own house and then threatening the person when the person, takes action. So you're better off just not including that. I mean, they can see the aftermath of it. Once the project is done, you can do a housewarming, invite all the people you want, invite all the friends and family members you want to your housewarming. But during that construction process, highly advisable to keep them at bay. Don't even, if you're building off site, don't even let them know where your construction site is, because they're gonna bother your builder. They're gonna find a way to insert themselves in what you're doing so they can monetize it to their own benefit. Which in turn frustrates you. And I've this story is everywhere. You hear it all the time. It's happened to people that I know. They'll frustrate you to the point where you'll abandon the project, throw your hands in the air, and walk away. And this is what is really affecting a lot of Nigerian diasporas. When they try to do something, they hit a roadblock, and they automatically write off the country, and they want nothing to do with Nigeria. This is part of the problem. So yeah, do people try to weasel their way into my pockets when I'm back home building the Gary factory that we built? Do they try? They try, but they really have to be. You really have to have a lot of guts to even come at me like that. You really have to have a lot of guts, and it's very, very rare. When I go home, I am one laser focused on what I'm there for. When I'm going home to do projects, I hardly ever go home these days on vacation just to hang around. Who am I gonna hang around with? I don't do those things. My clubbing days are over. My fun days are over. Now, the time that I have now is just spent building a future for myself and my family. So when I go to Nigeria, it's almost an extension of work here for me. The 2 weeks that I'm there, I'm dedicated and I'm focused on what I'm doing from the moment I land to the moment that I leave. And I'm so disciplined with my time and availability that you first of all, you gotta see me first to be able to ask for money, and then you gotta have a lot of balls to ask for the money. And it's as a result of the way that I live my life. I mind my own business. I do my own thing. I don't bother anybody, and I demand the same. Mind your business. Do your thing. Don't bother me, and we'll all get along. And trust me, it works. But when you don't set that boundary, they will encroach, and they'll push and push and push and see what they can get away with. So when I go home, I don't advertise. It's not, like I said, it's not like I'm bringing a bag full of money. I have a budget, and I stay disciplined to my budget. And once I've exhausted my budget, I get on a plane. I come back to the United States to do it again the next time. But the moment that you open yourself up, there's a saying that you have to be the stand guard at your own door. It's not what's outside that will sink you, it's what you allow inside that will sink you. So just keep that analogy in mind. What happens outside doesn't really bother. It's the people that you allow inside of your house, the people that you allow in your ears, the people that you allow in your space. Those are the people that they'll break you. So me, my bubble, I operate in a bubble. It's so small. Me, maybe one or two people. That's really my circle. Everyone else is just acquaintances. And my personality does not permit randomness. My personality just does not permit it. So as a result, I repel nonsense and I attract quality. I'm drawn to quality people. Quality people are drawn to me. And anyone with any sort of ulterior motive, they won't feel comfortable around me. They just won't. All right, that's what I wanted to share.